Hello, it is your host, Joseph Evans, and I'm here today to talk to you about something very important. So, there's a phenomenon that is going on in the southern state of Florida, and it is known only as Florida Man. You may check your headlines sometimes and you will see that Florida Man is up to no good all the time. So, recently what I did is I put together this project where we went around the internet and we asked people to send in videos. People to send in videos if they have had encounters with the Florida Man. And so we actually got back quite a bit of videos. There were some people who had had some very strange experiences with said Florida Man. And so, as your host, I am obligated to let you know that you are going to be privileged to see all of these interviews about people who have had experiences with the Florida Man. So we're going to roll the first one back and we're just going to keep on going because there's quite a few of them.
Motherfucker, I've got a job for you.
What the? Get out of my bed.
Hey, tell him, does this smell like chloroform? I've got a job you need to do. You're coming with me. You're heavier than you look.
I've been asked here to just give my little version of the day I met Florida Man, and I'd heard things about him growing up, and he's almost as big as Chuck Norris. I mean, you know, they say things like he got bit by a snake, and bad news, the snake died 4 days later. I don't know if that's true or not. Kind of sounds made up, but anyway, I was at the Totem store one weekend getting some gas, but going to get me some skull, and the truck comes whooping in the gas station, and it was a 4x4 truck, and I'm like, what? And he's got that music, a country music, you know, he liked that Hank Jr. playing there, blaring out. I said, no, that can't be. And he hops out, and I said, oh, man, who is this guy? He walks up to me, he starts getting his gas, but he walks up to him, we're sitting there, he puts his big paw, he's got a paw, he's got his hand as big as a bear's paw. I ain't kidding. Wrapped around my forearm. I thought, man, this guy could snap me in half. I best be not saying nothing to him. He said, how you doing? I'm Florida Man. And I was stunned, to be honest with you. I didn't know what to say. I kind of kicked myself because I never got a picture with him. People don't believe me I met him. He's kind of like Bigfoot, you know, like you hear the legend, but you don't ever find him. Well, this day I met him, and, it's a day I'll never forget. But I'll tell you, when he goes and leaves this world, the greatness goes with him, and so does the legend.
Oh, where am I? What happened? What's going on here?
Well, it looks like you're awake. Now, what am I gonna do with you? Tell Tell you what, son, I've got plans. You're just gonna find out what they are.
Hey, what's going on?
This is redonkulous, man. I gave you a place to sit down. Your hand's not cut off and bleeding like you're hollering like it is.
You didn't cut my hand off yet? Yet? Hey, did you have a beer? At least could we drink while we're doing this ridiculousness? Florida man?
That's just my Floridian hospitality. Don't know how to appreciate nothing, kids these days. Damn, man.
What do you want from me?
Well, I saw that you're a scientist. And you're gonna do some of that fancy book learning stuff for me. I've got a job for you.
What do you need, Florida man?
Do you see my little sweetie right here? This is Pixie. And you see, I know that your little scientist friends and you all have immortal dogs. It is not fair in this day and age that our dogs don't live as long as we do. And you're gonna fix that for me. You're gonna fix that for me real good, you hear me, son?
What kind of scientist do you think I am? There's not just one scientist. We don't just all science. There's like plant science. There's people science. There's inside your blood science. I'm a plant scientist, by the way, so I don't know why I'm here. You got some weed you need to grow, Florida man?
Pixie.
What do you mean? Pixie? Is that your dog?
She got eaten by a gator last month.
And it got eaten by a gator?
I wasn't quick enough.
What'd you do? Jump in the lake yourself? Cut its head off and pull Pixie out of it?
Cut a gator's head off? Do you know how long that would have taken me? No, son. I jumped in that lake and I wrestled that gator until it shit itself. And then I got my Pixie. And I had her cremated out of respect. Something you don't have, boy. And little Pixie here, she's gonna be my friend for my whole life. And I'm not gonna settle for anything else. Anything. It is not fair. The little Pixie didn't live as long as she should have. But that ends today. And you're not going nowhere until you fix it.
And what do you want me to do? But I can't put it back together.
What do you mean you can't put it back together? What kind of scientist are you?
I work on plants, for Christ's sake. I guess I can put it in the ground. Maybe it'll grow another Pixie. I'm a botanist. I do plants. I don't Frankenstein together little old pixies that got shit out by a gator in the middle of the lake. Half of it's probably still in the lake.
It's just a dog. It's not like I'm asking you to prove God or something.
So there I was on that internet, just minding my own business, checking out MySpace, rearranging my top 8, trying to figure out which song I wanted to listen to that day. And then I'm looking at the ads, and I see Florida man looking for a good time. Well, I like having a good time. So I got a hold of the guy. He came over. I'm like, hey, let's help finish putting together my shed. He seemed to be into that, was talking to me about other things like mustache rides and clown parachutes. And I don't I'm as experimental as the next guy, but let's work on this first. So, we're working on things seem to be going fine. He's speaking a language I don't quite understand, but I'm smiling and nodding. I go inside to get us something to drink. I don't feel like I'm in there that long. When I come back out, this is what happened to my shed. Now, you didn't see it before, but we definitely have less of a shed than we had before. So I start to get upset, and he tells me that he's going to use it to build a boat to go gator hunting. So I was like, all right, well, I'll pause my anger because I want to go gator hunting. Who doesn't want to go gator hunting? We get there, he starts telling me about how he's wrestled all these gators and stuff. Starts telling me the easy way to find them and which ones are the best at wrestling. So I'm out there trying to pat on the water and stuff and not really listening to him. And then he tells me there's a gator call I can do. So I'm out there going, "Arrgh! Arrgh!" I don't think it's working. Keep looking back, see if he's laughing at me, making fun of me, but he's not. So just keep going a little closer. Like, "Arrgh! Arrgh!" And then next thing I know, I hear this chomping noise, and I turn around. My best Frisbee's gone. This one glows in the dark, fellas. They don't make them like this anymore. So I'm warning you, do not ever go hang out with a Florida man with your best Frisbee.
What's your name, boy?
You kidnapped me? You don't even know my name?
I know you're one of them fancy science folks.
Well, that's about the only thing you got right.
You better tell me your name.
Or what? What are you gonna do about it? You already got me tied up. Chained to a door. What's the worst that can happen now?
Since you're one of them fancy science folk assholes, you probably got a lot of money. You probably like to go golfing, don't ya?
No, I don't really do any golfing. It's just not for me, man.
Well, that's funny. Because look what I found in your trunk.
Hey man, that's not mine. I was just holding on to it, for a friend.
Well, that's a pretty good friend to be rolling around with his buddy's golf clubs in the trunk. I don't know what kind of golf club this is. But I do know it's not going to feel good.
What do you mean it's not gonna feel good? It's just a putter.
I thought you didn't play golf. How'd you know what this is? So, I think we got some options. I can either shove this end up your ass, or I can smack you over the head with this end. Or, you can just tell me your name.
I'm Dr. Stephen Huckleback. Don't put that up my ass.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Stevie boy?
No, stop
Wouldn't
that.
you like that? It's just the tip. All right then. Well, I was gonna waterboard you, but I think that could be a fun tomorrow activity. What do you think, son?
Oh, the Florida man. Yeah, I met this sucker one time. Or as I call him, the pretty boy. We was gonna meet up at a little bar on the Georgia-Florida line. He went in, started running his mouth. Next thing I know, he's got my back. Yeah, he's way back. I turned around, I had 5 guys attacking me, and he was headed toward the door. Whatever you do, wherever you go, stay away from pretty boy Florida man, or you might wind up like me, using a walker. Just barely able to get around. My advice for today is stay away from the Florida man.
Or you can just help out little pretty Miss Pixie and make my dog immortal, just like you've got one. Shouldn't we all have immortal dogs? I'll go to the dog park with you. We'll go run our immortal dogs together at the immortal dog park. We can be friends. You and me can work together. Stevie, if you won't do it for me, do it for Pixie.
Look, for one, it's not Stevie, it's Steven. And I can't do anything for dear old Dixie.
It's Pixie!
Well, Pixie just got shit out by a gator in the middle of the lake. that you allegedly wrestled. Well, now that you know my name, what's your name?
Have you not heard, boy? You really don't know who I am? I'm all over the news. They write songs about me. Maybe this'll jog your memory. Florida man, Florida man. Doing everything a Florida can. He takes a beer and he crushes the can. Florida man. Now, do you know who I am, son?
You mean you're the Florida man? Like the Florida man that just got caught masturbating in the roadside restaurant?
And I used mustard.
The Florida man that got high on bath salts and ate somebody's face off?
Tasted like chicken.
Didn't you stab somebody with a squirrel?
He had it coming. Both the man and the squirrel.
Were you the one that broke into that church, filled all the baptismals with frickin' house wine, and then drank it until you passed out? They found you there Sunday morning while they were trying to baptize that poor little child? He wasn't even 1 year old. And you said, "Hey kid, you want some wine?"
You gotta break him in young. I did that kid a favor.
Hey people, let me tell you about Florida man. Yeah, let me tell you about him. Hey, I met this dude just a couple months ago. We were in Miami, Florida, you know what I'm saying? Miami, Florida, and I saw him at the gas station. I pulled up on him. I said, "What up, man? Hey, where's a good club that we can go hang out at?" Yeah, I just don't have my little cousin with me. We just want to go and just, chill out a little bit. Florida man said, "Follow me. I got a good place." So we pull up in the residential area. Got a lot of cars in front. So I'm thinking the party is kicking it and booming. And I'm thinking the party gonna be all right. We pull up. Florida man done pull us up into a nursing home. I'm like, "Man, what type of," he said, "Man, the women's in here, they don't move at all." You right, they don't move. "Man, the women here, man, they got that money." You right, they do, because they got that SSI, that Social Security, all that junk. He said, "Man, you gonna have fun here." So, we went up in there, and man, they was trying to chase things that they don't even have no more. They were trying to chase things they didn't even have no more, and it was a mess. It was a real mess, man. I'm telling you, it shocked me. But I tell y'all, man, hey, don't go nowhere with Florida, man. Don't go nowhere with them, because the fun you think you're gonna have ain't gonna be fun at all. Tell me, don't go nowhere with Florida, man.
Are you the one that beat up that ATM?
Yeah, I was trying to get some money out that bitch.
Didn't you steal a hearse?
And I fucked that old bitch that was sleeping in it.
The same Florida man at that poor elementary school where you climbed on top of the jungle gym and told everybody that babies came out of vaginas?
They gots to know.
Are you the one that smacked the mayor with the frozen fish?
I smacked that bass.
Didn't you try to burn down the house with spaghetti sauce?
It was Alfredo sauce, you dumb son bitch. You can't burn down a house with spaghetti sauce.
The same Florida man that covered their hands in nut butter and then punched their neighbor in the face?
You're talking about cashew cream, but I cover my hands in nut butter all the time, if you know what I mean. And he was allergic to these nuts. I'm gonna level with you, bud. If you're not going to help me out, I'm gonna suck all the science out of your brain myself. And then I can bring Pixie back. With the Dunna and the science in your brain. Almost getting it.
That's not doing a thing.
It's starting to come out now.
It feels...
It's almost ready.
It feels
Shut
great.
up.
Is this a massager? Because I appreciate it.
I'll get out all the science. And I'm gonna help Pixie. Myself using your brain knowledge. Just a little bit more. I'll be ready. I've never used this thing before. Give me some patience.
What the hell goes on in Florida? Ah, bitch.
Yeah, I remember. Not sure what happened, but the Florida man ended up as entertainment at a bachelor party I attended. He was a magician male stripper at the time. The stripping was over so fast. It was chaotic. It had a certain style to it, I guess. I'm not an expert. The magic was actually pretty impressive. Like, he wasn't wearing anything, so I had no idea I was making stuff appear and disappear, float, catch fire. You ever see something that makes you want to believe that magic is real? It was like that. But then I saw him pull a rabbit out of his own ass, and I stopped believing in God. How has my encounter affected me? I can't look at rabbits at all. It's especially hard around Easter. Oh, if I happen to come across a chocolate bunny, I'm sorry, I can't do this right now. I can't. Turn it off.
I'm gonna have to consult Winston.
Who's Winston?
Winston.
Winston?
Well, Winston. What is it I need to do with this sciencey man? He's not easily giving up the Dunna or his science, and he's not helping me out. Really? I would have never thought of that. Well, when you put it that way. But wouldn't he like that? Well, I might like it too. But how do I convince him? He needs to help our little Pixie. That little darling's been gone for too long. It's only been a month, but it has been my whole life without Pixie. Do you think he would do that? You've given me a lot to consider. I love you too, Winston. Well. Winston's decided it's your lucky day. We're gonna try one more thing to get you to help my little darling Pixie. And I think you're gonna like what it is. Are you ready?
Dixie's been dead a whole month? There's no way in hell.
My encounter with the Florida man was unexpected. I was actually working on something completely different. An Orvis harvesting ring had been operating in the area. I tracked down its leader. He was a tattoo artist. He used the shop to scope out targets. I got in a bit of trouble while I was in there. He had more muscle than I had thought. And after a weapon jam, it dissolved into a melee. I'm not sure if I'd have lost, but when it wasn't looking good, Florida Man burst in and threw a bag of wild snakes, like a trash bag full. I guess he just picked them up, threw them at the tattoo artist. They latched around and they bit him, and then he started just pelting him with various dildos. Had some fashion in the nunchucks. One was big enough he used as a sort of a baseball bat. Really saved my skin, I guess. I asked him, why did he help me? Turns out he knew nothing about the organ harvesting. Apparently the tattoo artist had got his girlfriend's name wrong. Methany.
Well, you see, Stevie boy, there's something you don't know about Florida Man. Florida Man is rich. It may not generally be cash or gold or anything like that. We got them sweet, sweet Florida oranges, that beautiful beach, some beautiful swamp puppies. I keep them here in the garage. I know this may look like junk to you, but these are raw and uncut diamonds. You can name your price. I will pay you any amount of diamonds and jewels to get my sweet Pixie back. Pixie. You can have this whole bag if that's really what you want. Whole bag of diamonds. They can be yours. Maybe I'll give you some oranges from off my tree. Just to put some icing on that cake. What'll it be, Stevie boy? Do you feel like being rich? For real rich? Not with that little science-y money or plants? Plants, you said? No. Florida Man will share. You just have to share your science-y brain with me. That's all you gotta do.
How about this? Why don't you just let me go? We can forget all about this. You don't need the police involved. You can just go on about your day. I can go home, take a nap. What do you say?
That ain't part of the deal.
Man, it's dark in here. What is this? Oh, hell yeah. Score. These are some good handcuffs. Florida Man has a beer and he crushes the can. Florida Man does whatever Florida Man can. Florida Man, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we'll get this come up.
Do I know him? I mean, I guess I know him. The motherfucker left here just a couple hours ago. He's here talking about the feds are going to raid his place, talking about his friend Dimitri that he knows from the fucking gator fighting meth ring was tipping him off that some kind of fucking X-Files style cryptozoological fish and wildlife department was going to raid his house. And so the motherfucker stopped by here and dropped a bunch of shit off that he didn't want to be there when he gets raided. So let's have a look. Why? And then let's just have a look at Florida man. What Florida man seems to think he can't have at his house when the goddamn X-Files fish and wildlife cryptozoology motherfuckers raid. It comes to me in a big old Big Lots bag. Let's a little weight to it. And now spoiler alert, I've looked at this a little bit, and I don't have all of the words. We'll just let's start with what makes sense to me. Okay, it looks like this is all his weed paraphernalia. You know, but in the course of this though, I noticed like how many fucking joints is this guy smoking? It's like I don't know. There's a case of one kind of papers and then at least 15 packs of another kind of paper. Now, and as far as I know, papers are legal. These are purchased legally at the store. So what the fuck is that all about? But I get it. I get this. This makes sense. You got the tip. Your buddy Dimitri that you met at the 2008 Bigfoot conference in Mar-a-Lago, he tipped you off about this. So yeah, okay. We're going to sit that to the side. Then, and speaking of Bigfoot conferences, here we go. It's a little UFO sticker that says, I want to believe with Bigfoot in the UFO's abduction beam, I guess. A tune of $4.99. I don't know. That's a pricey sticker. Okay. Again, though, like, can't have the feds seeing that or whatever. So, and then this is nice. It is this is a bottle of ancient age bourbon that has been painted. It's empty too, to say ancient aliens. Okay. Why? So much why. That's why. Okay. All right. Now, and this is a little disturbing when I think about it, because there are two women's nighties, like little something skimpy. Maybe he dresses up. I don't know. Maybe Florida man likes to wear these, and he's hiding it from the feds. But I like my concern is that and that I'm handling my DNAs now on this evidence of a crime, right? I can pull my hair off this and be like, oh, you're the one that abducted those children or whatever. I don't know. This is Florida man. Florida man's bullshit here. More Florida man's bullshit. Okay. Little innocuous Kroger bag full of leather, bondage, and, handcuffs. With long chain handcuffs. Like the good shit, I guess, or whatever. You chain them over the rafter, I suppose, is what that's for. Okay, again, that being in the same bag with the 90s is not awe-inspiring. And
He can fix Pixie. He can. He just doesn't want to. I need to relax. Over here. Back my dinosaur. He can fix her. He can fix her. What do you think? Is that scientist fucking with me? I thought so. Well, I have to figure out what I'm going to do to him since he's not willing to share his sciencey brain with me. What do you think? Should I go harder on him? A lot harder? I see your point. Maybe I should just let him go and capture a new one. Oh yeah, I get that too. I've already got him. He was a tricky one. He was sleeping all peacefully, and I done had him hogtied and everything else. That was just for fun though. So, what are you doing? We will figure it out in the morning then.
And there are a few more things left to show you. I've saved the 2 gems for last. First, let's go with the... Oh, no, wait. Just this. Why are we... What is this? Hair ties? Okay. Then it appears to be... Legrand, to break it down. This appears to be Florida Man's biographical script, I'm assuming. It was originally apparently neatly titled My Story, and then changed to My Floyrad Story and he signed it. And then so we know what it is. I believe this says My Skirt, which I assume is script. I will not be looking any further into this document than that title page. And then finally, though, the very odiferous thing that I've been hanging on to this whole entire time, and this video is too fucking long, but okay, here we go. Apparently Dimitri and Florida Man have not been so successful in their gator fighting ring, as there's a fucking bucket with a dead gator in it. Now maybe that's, I don't know, is there a Bigfoot bite out of it? So, I don't know. How did I meet him? Well, the motherfucker hit my fucking mailbox. And then they came to the house to say, we hit your mailbox, and we're really sorry. Can we give you some meth? And I'm like, no, thank you. And now they fucking stop. I'm on Route 4. They stop here every time they come fucking through here. Every time they pass my house, I gotta stop. See, old dude, we hit his mailbox. And he still doesn't pay me the $80 to replace the mailbox, which $80 is a fucking bargain for the mailbox. I mean, are you kidding? Like, I got to do all the work myself for $80. I'm pouring concrete and trying to set the thing up where it's idiot proof for the next motherfucker coming down Route 4. But like, I know this guy now. I know all about his fucking kids, and it looks like his trailer is infested over there with them. It's, and I know that he's always out fucking cousin crawling. He's talking about cousin cruising or whatever, cousin cruising, looking with his buddy Carl, who Dimitri alleges is like a Bigfoot who was modified by the Russians to be weaponized, but the program didn't work. I barely know the guy.
Steven! Oh, no. No. Fuck. I thought we were becoming friends, Steven. Oh, no. I knew he had some tricks up his sleeve, that sciencey bastard. Steven? Steven! Oh, shit. Where could he have gone? Florida Man takes Florida. I'm gonna find you, Steven. And it ain't gonna be good. Hey, kid. Hey. Have you seen Steven the scientist around here?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Steven the scientist. Have you seen him?
No.
You haven't seen him? Are you covering for him?
No.
Your story checks out. Be on your way, sir. I just don't know anymore. Yeah. I don't know, though. Do you think I ought to try to find a new scientist? Well, he was kind of easy to kidnap. You think so? It's a possibility. Do you think he's out there somewhere? I believe you're right. I don't really know what to do, Winston. What would I even do if I find him? Do I kill him? Disobeying me? Do I tie him back up? Do I become his friend? I thought we were friends. And I was gonna do him a favor and he was gonna do me a favor and, you know, be a nice little circle jerk. I think you're right. Well, I could keep looking. I could spend my life looking. I'm not leaving Florida, though. That is one thing I will not do. I cannot do. My parole officer wouldn't like that very much. What am I gonna do about Pixie? I can't let her go. I won't let her go. She was a good dog, Winston. She was a good dog. She was, no offense, she was my best friend. Everybody wants to know why I wear these sunglasses all the time. But I can't stop crying over her. And I don't want nobody to know I'm a bitch. But you're different. You think that's the answer? You haven't steered me wrong before. Well, enough of my sniveling. I'm gonna trust you on this one. Alright, come on.
Stay away from me, Florida man. I can't save your dog. Crazy. What's wrong with you anyways? Freaking Florida people.
You get off of my friend, Steven. You get off of my friend, Steven. Get over there! Steven? You alive? Oh, shit. Now who's gonna save my dog? You alright?
You saved my life, Florida man.
Anything for a friend, bud.
I don't know about friend, but you got some brownie points.
You ready to go fix my dog?
I have a better idea. Have you ever heard of adoption?
There's been a hole in my heart since Pixie's been gone. Gotta find some way to fill it, I guess.
Let's go talk about it over a cold one.
Now you're speaking my language.
Come on, Florida man.
You're not so bad.
Well, this is your dignified host, Joseph Evans. And I just wanted to say I'm so glad that you tuned in today. And I hope you enjoyed watching all those Florida Man videos. Now, I must go lock my house up because I am afraid that Florida Man might try to come and sabotage me for giving away all of his secrets.